Hello, welcome everybody to the second episode of my ZOMG to HoM Master Series. I want to apologize a little bit for the video quality the first few games of the series. Unfortunately, these are already recorded, so there's not much I can do about the low quality, but I got my recording settings a little better tuned for future episodes. So after these first couple, the quality should go up a little bit. So hang in there, and hopefully you enjoy this episode. So I decided to play Sniper Ninja Darling because I'm on Castle Ruins, and it's the loadout that I think is best on this map, and I'm most comfortable using on this map. So I decided to use it. So there we go. I'm gonna fast forward through the early game here. Pretty similar on every map with Darling. I'll stop here for 1 second just to show you that this is the anti-stall spot that I use on Castle Ruins on the left-hand side, which I like to do because it just allows you to put a little more pressure on the opponent and makes it harder for them to defend things. And if you're comfortable with your own play, you should be able to defend pretty much everything on Castle Ruins. So I don't have any issues anti-stalling with this loadout. So let me just fast forward through the early game here. We're just exchanging eco. Nothing interesting happens. Both get our Hydra around 11. I'm gonna stop here. So on round 17, you're starting to prep for Moabs. You save up a little bit of money. I see that they're sending pinks and they have a boomerang up. So at this point, I decide it's not worth sending Moabs at all. I mean, I could send like one fortified Moab to try and force some defense, but I mean, I see that they have boomerangs, so that I know that I outscale. So honestly, it's not even worth doing. I'd rather just get a sniper up and be able to defend their rush easily without having to sacrifice any of my eco. And so they send a fortified Moab, and I just get up 302 sniper. Cleans this up easily. I just leave it up just in case they want to pressure more, because I know that I'm going to win late game now because they have that boomerang down. And yeah, so from here, kind of just fast forward again. We're both sending pinks, keep ecoing. Build a sniper farms. At the start of round 24, they decide to send a fortified, or it's a regular ZOMG, not even fortified. So I see that, and I'm like, okay, that doesn't do anything. I get a faster shooting, maim up, and I decide, okay, I guess I can stop ecoing and get my elite up just to make absolutely sure I don't have to worry about this. And I know the game's not going to go past round 30, so it's okay to stop ecoing around round 24, 25. Especially like round 24, if you know that you're going to win around 30 and they can't defend bats. It's like, you can just stop and build up like all the DDT defense you need, and you just, it's like a much safer, like you don't need to greed when you see that they have Super Monkey and Boomerang on their side of the field, because they just don't have any way to get enough money to defend fortified bats. They don't have any income acceleration, and they're running towers that are really expensive to defend fortified bats. Like even with income acceleration, it's hard for Super to defend round 30. So at this point, Normally I would just get a maim for round 26, and I could get the Savo usually for round 28, but again, because I'm in this winning position, I play a little more conservatively. Just make absolutely sure there's no way that I punt, you know, so that's what I do here. I get the Savo, get a second maim. At some point here, I get the second maim for round 28. Make sure one's on strong, one's on first. So yeah, at this point, I shouldn't be able to die to DDTs. If they they don't have that much saved up, so it's not like they can send like a huge send. And realistically, with 2 maims and a Sabo, you should have enough time to micro and get up like, you know, a sticky bomb. Like, you could even sell everything for a mad if it's like a huge all out, right? But most of the time you don't even need that. So yeah, I'm just chilling, waiting for round 30. I start setting up my defense for 129, and I'm like, you know, the only way that I lose this is if I like try to just all out them and they somehow defend, and then I like leak a bad. So I just decide like, I'm gonna make absolutely sure that I defend the fortified bad here. I get up my Master Bomber with Shinobi stacks, and I get ready to buy that plus a Mad. And I know, like, if they send, like, a fortified bad, like, they're not going to be able to send more, they're not going to have the eco to do that. And, like, I just don't want to get in a situation where I'm, like, I'm the one who pops the F-bad on round 30, and I send one to them, and I can't afford Mad, and then I, like, barely lose. Because that's happened to me before. Like, I don't think I farmed as well as I could have in this game, so I didn't have quite enough to defend, like, while sending and getting a Mad, because I over-defended around 28, but I'm still able to get my Mad here. So, yep, easy defend. You got Mad, you got Master Bomber, you got Rockets, you got your Mad Rocket Storm. I even decided to get a Hydra here, I think, to clean, just to make absolutely sure nothing leaks. Yeah, use Sabo when it pops. Yeah, and then I decided to get the Plasma. I'm like playing ultra conservative here. Just really don't want to leak, which, you know, would have. I immediately sell it, and then we go for our rush here. I think I get up some. I actually decided to buy a supply drop here, which I guess it's because, like, I don't know. Ideally, I should have sent earlier, because they weren't going to be able to afford Mad right away. They do end up almost defending, but part of the thing is, right, like, even if they do barely defend, like, they have no eco, and they're not going to be able to scale their defense. So they end up, like, just barely not defending here. But that was part of the reason I didn't want to just sell all of my economy, right? Like, I wanted to have a little bit extra there so that if it just continues to go late, like, I could just I could save up for a second and send like 3 spaced fortified bads, and then definitely don't defend that. So we end up winning that one. Kind of a boring game, to be honest, right? Not much happened there. They didn't send early, and I saw their towers, and I decided that the only way that I was gonna lose was by draining myself by sending at the boomerang player. So I just decided to farm. You know, they have boomerang, they have super, they're gonna defend DDTs fairly well. They're gonna defend. I mean, sometimes you can get past the super, but it's just more risky than going to round 30, because you know for a fact they're not going to defend round 30. Sometimes they'll defend round 28 with a boost. But, yeah, on to the next game. Here we are playing against No Update LOL on Garden. So Garden's another map where I run Sniper Ninja Dartling. I think it's like the only lineup that works on this map, to be honest, except for maybe some kind of farm strat you can run on this map too. But yeah, just a solid map for Sniper Ninja Dartling. Probably the best map for it, I would say, because it's so awkward for every other lineup, and you just play like you would on any other map, you know? So, another Dartling mirror. So I'm just gonna fast forward here through the early game, right? Not much is gonna happen there. But yeah, we get to round 5 here, and I leak a little bit, which is because I am not used to sending greens right at the start of round 5, which is something I'm trying to start doing more. But I over-eco 1 tick and I don't get the faster shooting up. So I leak a little bit, and they balloon boost. I don't counter boost, so you know, I do end up at the life disadvantage, which isn't good on this map where people can defend, but usually people can't defend around 40, so it's not the end of the world. And them using a balloon boost is a big win for me, so could have been worse for sure. I decided to buy focus firing and laser shock. I would not recommend doing this. I thought it might be good, but it's not actually good. I thought the focus firing might be helpful, but it's definitely better to get powerful darts on that lower one, because you're not going to convert it to Hydra. So I wouldn't do this in the future. But yeah, but on round 9 here, they send a big rush, right? I think it's because they see that I have this laser shock dartling down here. But I see the rush, and all I have to do is get down a dartling, get faster firing on it, and boost. And they just send like a ton of pinks. And at this point, I'm like, alright, they just lost the game, right? That's all it took. Now they're not gonna have enough to defend round 11, so I just stop ecoing, and round 11 I send purples, and they're dead. Even if they get Hydra up, they're not going to be able to afford laser shock on it. So yeah, they get their Hydra up, but with, you know, even with the boost, like, it just doesn't defend purples that late. So it's yet another win. I think a lot of people make a mistake there of not realizing that their opponent's going to miss their Hydra timing, right? And not stopping eco. Like, even if they do recognize, they don't stop ecoing this right after that rush to be able to send. And they just don't send enough, and the other person barely defends. But you have to be ready. Like, if somebody gifts you a game on a platter like that, you gotta take it. It's a lot of how some people don't climb as much as they should, is that they don't take the free games, they win the hard games, and then they don't win the easy way sometimes. So But yeah, that's gonna be the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I can make this a daily series, but we'll have to see if I'm gonna be able to keep up with that like editing schedule. But we'll see. Subscribe, like, comment if you like these videos, if they're helpful at all, if you enjoy it, and hope you guys have a good rest of your day.